I got some of this for you.
Goodness. For me?
Yeah, just for you.
Going, but our game plan was to, make him score and just take away his passing, take everybody else out of the game. I thought the first half we did a good job with that. We knew Jamal Murray would be more aggressive in the second half. But I didn't think he would score 55. He made some threes. He plays like a guard when Zoo is on him, pin downs and all that stuff, which is tough for Zoo to try to navigate through. Then when you go smaller on him, he just post up. And then so it's just a tough cover, but I didn't think he would get 55. But, for the most part, first half was really good. It's just the third quarters that are killing us, not being able to score the basketball, not taking care of the ball. So we just got to get better with the third quarter.
I was going to say, it's been a recurring problem that third. What are you seeing in that third? Is it just is it fatigue?
It looks like, just a lack of energy. I'm not sure if it's fatigued and, James and Zoo having to play so many minutes, just to stay afloat. It's kind of tough. So just, getting our engines going again, coming out in that third quarter, we addressed it at halftime, just being better. But, you can't come out and give them 43 points in the third quarter, expect to win.
Ty, obviously, I know the result wasn't what you wanted, but what did you make of the bench's play tonight? I think they scored at least 60 points, 15 threes.
Yeah, I thought the bench was really good. I thought they came in, gave us a lot of energy. Kobe Sanders, Jordan, Bogey's energy was really good, And so just, got to keep growing these young guys. They're going to make some mistakes. We understand that. But I did love the way they played. I thought, they played the right way. The ball moved. Guys got open shots. We attacked the paint, made the right play. And so just, keep giving those guys, room to grow. And I thought tonight was a step in the right direction.
You mentioned Kobe and Jordan being in the rotation. Is this something that's going to be the case going forward with guys, with the young guys, that
Yes,
they're
sir.
just firmly in the rotation?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Ty, so it looks like teams are starting to, collapse on James off that high pick and roll. Have you kind of talked to him a little bit about just trying not to get frustrated with, the limited options? And have you had any encounters, you think you want to go outside of that offense that you went in?
Yeah, we can, just all the teams we played this year, just guys are just, telling guys to stay load up on James, not give him a lot of space. And so, he just had to keep trusting, keep making the right pass, keep making the right play, which I thought he did tonight, and, we're going to make shots. If we don't, just playing good basketball is the most important thing, just showing trust in these guys. And I thought James did that tonight. You just can't get frustrated. Teams are going to blitz him. He's a great pick and roll player, a great one-on-one player. They're not just going to let him play, and so just making an open pass, making a simple play. And I thought he's trying to do that tonight.
So besides the fact that Nikola was going off individually, I mean, you saw in that third quarter, there's still the miscommunications. There's still guys who, for whatever reason, they get lost off the ball. How do you address that? Do you just
It's part of basketball. I mean, you're going to get lost. You're going to make some mistakes, but just try not to make too many, And so when you're playing against a guy like Joker, you make a mistake, he's going to make you pay. And so we just got to be locked in. Just try to limit our mistakes as much as possible. I mean, it's going to happen in a game. But, like I said, overall, I thought we did some great things outside of that third quarter that really set us back.
Coach, speaking of the third quarter, when the offense gets stagnant like that, as a coach and as a staff, what can you guys kind of do to kind of get you guys out of that funk?
Yeah, I mean, just continue to preach what we preached the first half, and so sharing the basketball, moving bodies, moving the basketball. And, they did some things of switching up, putting Joker on different guys when, Brooke was on the floor. But it still shouldn't make us stagnant. Like I said, our young guys come in and they do exactly how we need to do it.
You guys obviously got a big road trip here, chance to get away from home. Are there positives you can take out of a trip where you have been here since it feels like the beginning of training camp for the most part?
Yeah, we just got to, tell the guys in the locker room, just got to find ourselves on the road. This is a great time to do it. Staying together, sticking together, and we had some rough patches, these last 6 games, and so going out on the road, finding ourselves, playing better basketball, getting some wins. And it starts with Dallas, coming up. It's not going to be an easy game.
In your experience, what is it about a road trip, especially maybe when you're struggling?
Just, the guys coming together, the dinners, the team dinners, being able to see each other more, and it's about us, like it's us against the world, so you're on the road and, you're able to be together more, talk basketball, things that we can do better. And so, like I said, it's a good trip for us coming up, and let's see what we can do.
Ty, how would you evaluate John through his first 2 starts?
It's different. I think, we could feature more out of timeouts, do different things when he was coming off the bench. I think starting, I think with James and Zoo on the floor, getting most of the touches, it's been tough for him. He hasn't done anything wrong. Just trying to figure out, his place and, how we can use him more effectively. And so that's on me. But just more so staying, keeping his spacing. I think he's used to like ducking in and playing around the dunker, but he's a good shooter as well. So just work on just spacing the floor, not, being inside the 3-point line and things like that. Last game, I thought we missed him a few times when he ran the floor, had duck ins against Luke Kennard, like under the basket. We just didn't make the play. And so we just got to take advantage of, things like that in transition, getting him easy baskets, let him take advantage of smaller guys as well.
And if I can, this was the 3rd straight game CP didn't play. Mm-hmm. What are you looking to see out of him on nights where he doesn't play? And
no, just his leadership. Just his leadership, talking to the guys, talking to the coaches of what he sees, what we can do better. And so, before we acquired him, we just told him that he wasn't going to be a every night guy, and so he understood that. And so he has so much knowledge, and he's been around the game so long that he can help us in other ways as well.